Yeah, so we have a bunch of them right ahead of us here. Well, that wasn't too bad. Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Freeman. And, well, just as we had the character customization update launch on us, we have had another update, which is kind of just bug fixes and adding a few new weapons and actually a new map, so that's pretty good, in my opinion. Now, what we can also do is change the name of our companions. As you can see, I actually haven't done that because, well, I went into this battle and I didn't have enough time to do that, and I wanted to actually show you on screen how that is actually possible. Now, what I also had to do was, because there was a specific bug problem with shoes in the previous version that was very, very quickly fixed, by the way. But yes, because there was a problem with shoes, I came into my save game and no one had shoes on. So I basically just bought a bunch of shoes for everyone, and I had some leftover cash, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna buy some camouflage shirt and pants, and that's the reason why you see me having a little bit of extra armor there. It's not really going to prevent me from dying, because I actually don't have a helmet or anything like that, so just bear that in mind. You know, if you're going to be loading into your save, if you made a new save, that is, and yeah, you're probably going to need some shoes. You might need some shoes, because I did in the previous episode pick up a pair of boots, I believe, some tactical combat boots, and well, suffice it to say, they were gone when I loaded in, so I decided to go and shop a little bit for some, and I'll show you exactly what I have on after this. Ooh, nice. Oh wow, I'm actually kind of surprised I was able to get any kills whatsoever. Oh yes, by the way, this is not a Makarov that I'm using right here, actually, as well. This is a Glock, which I'm kind of surprised at, because initially, when, you know, the previous version was starting a new game, you spawn in with a Makarov. And so that's the reason why I was a little bit, well, maybe not confused, but maybe just kind of not really knowing what I was using. But anyway, let's see if we can get a couple more kills here. Oh, we do have a couple of enemies coming through here, but as you can see, they've actually added in a bunch of extra structures and things as well, or at least this is the first I'm seeing of this. Now, let's get Anna over here, and we're going to get Ivan a little bit closer into the battle, and we can move these guys in as well. And I'm maybe going to try and flank around a little bit. I would have liked to have gotten into a fight with these guys in the daytime, but unfortunately it was just starting to get nighttime when I ran across a party that was basically eligible for us to attack, because everyone else around here is pretty strong. They actually have a bunch of armored marauders and indeed higher level units from the bandit faction, and I didn't really want to fight those guys, so that was the main reason why I decided to kind of wait a little bit, just kind of search around, make sure that we were taking a battle that we would certainly win, because, you know, initially in this game, and, you know, indeed in games like it, like Mount of Blade, for example, you do need to be a bit careful and not bite off more than you can chew, because there are a bunch of mods in Warband specifically that will just bite your face off. They will literally just take your face clean off if you are not careful with who you decide to fight and who you don't decide to fight and things like that. So I'm just gonna be running around here and doing a little bit of damage. And I'm apparently going to take quite a bit of damage in the process as well. Whoa, okay. Apparently I'm some sort of sharpshooting marksman this time around. I actually have no idea how that's possible. Maybe it's because they're just being suppressed so much by our forces that they are not really knowing what's going on, but I'm just going to tell our guys just to move ahead here. And who's that? That's a guy that I'm going to kill for 380 experience, apparently. There you go. We've now leveled up to 3 as well, which is pretty nice. I'm actually kind of surprised that this weapon is so good at kind of medium range, because you would think a pistol of its ilk is not going to be that good, right? And anyway, here we are at the looting screen. I'm going to be taking basically everything, but you can see down here I actually have 979 credits. Not exactly great, so we're going to need every single thing we can take. So there we go. Let me just take that. The Glock's going to sell for 336. As I said in the previous episode, they have done a pretty fantastic job at reducing the prices of many of the weapons so as to make everything a little bit more in keeping with what you're really going to get for it, because you're not going to get, I would doubt, you're going to get 2,000 credits for a small revolver. I wouldn't think that you would, at least. Anyway, shall we try and persuade these guys to join us? I don't really want to, so maybe I should just release them for some, maybe for some karma? Maybe we should do that. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I don't really want to persuade them to join us, that's for sure, because they're not exactly the most fantastic units ever. They're actually the worst that you're going to see. But anyway, we have leveled up, and I'm going to be speccing into dexterity a little bit more this time. And I'm going to get another point in leadership as well now, because we have maxed out. As you can see, we how do I actually check my maximum? Seems like I can't do that at the moment. Oh, that's kind of weird. It's kind of weird that they don't allow you to check your maximum party size while you're actually on the party screen, because it does when you're in a battle, but when you're here, no, it doesn't. Oh, that's kind of weird. Well, maybe that's going to be added in a future update or something like that. Anyway, let's go into our inventory, and we're going to be changing our companions' names. We are going to be calling Anna Beauty, because she is actually pretty good looking, as you can see right there. And we're going to change Ivan's name, due to his ears, to Goblin. Yes, you can kind of see that his ears are, you know, a little bit goblin-esque. And yeah, as you can see here, I've given him some tactical boots. I've given Beauty, well, some tactical boots as well, with some forest camo, so she can be a little bit sneaky, and we're also wearing the forest camo boots. I also went for some AKP pants and some forest camo for the shirt. And you can see here that this is not really giving me that much in the way of protection or anything like that, and they are very cheap, so you can easily get those as well. I do have some grenades here, so that should be nice for us to be able to use those. And where's... Wait a minute. Is my inventory bugging out a little bit? Is it? Wait a minute. No, I don't think it is, but I thought I actually picked up some 9mm ammo, but maybe I didn't. Oh well, never mind. That's kind of a shame. Okay, yeah, and you can also see that our name is actually here now as well. And what is this? What is that? I have no idea what this little thing is. It actually just popped up as we were changing their names. And, oh yes, by the way, companions can now earn experience, because beforehand they couldn't. So there is that. So it's pretty nice. And you can also, of course, give them different weapons. She is using a Mozinka, and he is using a KA-13. Which is pretty good, I think. I think they're pretty good weapons. They don't need ammo or anything like that, which is pretty fantastic in itself. Alright, they can't use grenades either, so there's also that. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to try and see if we can maybe... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait until daytime. I have no idea what this thing does. What does this thing do over here? I think it's some kind of debugging thing, or some kind of bug at the very least. And oh my... Berezno is under siege by the Atov units. Oh, okay, well, we're going to fight these guys. I didn't really want to fight them in the nighttime, because so far in the Season 2 of this series, we have literally only had, well, the nighttime battles, which is not exactly great. Anyway, oh, you can see here that apparently they have the same names now again. I actually am unsure what's going on with that. Alright, it seems like maybe there's a bit of an issue with it, but never mind. At least the functionality is there, and we know that they're going to get it fixed. We know that. Anyway, let's see what we can do about this now. These guys are going to be coming in from here? This is super weird, because they're going to spawn right on us, by the looks of things. And these guys over there, I'm probably going to try and use the airstrike on these guys. I mean, there's only 9 of them, so it's not really going to make too much difference, if any. So let's see if we can get our guys into a pretty decent formation here. You know, kind of nice and spread out. So let's get going and deploy our squads, and these guys are going to be right on top of us basically, so yeah, do bear in mind that I did not buy any additional ammo, so I'm going to try and be a little bit more, well, shall we say, considerate of my ammo capacity and, you know, all that sort of thing. I think there's some menu that I have potentially opened by trying to change their names, and it seems like, yeah, something weird has gone on there, but I suppose it's not really a big deal. It's not really interfering with our gameplay too much. So let's take a look here. Where are the enemies? Because from what I can see, this is where they're supposed to be coming. So where are they? Ah, okay, so they're over in this direction already. Now, I'm not entirely sure why I'm actually running towards the opponent, because in the grand scheme of things, this battle would actually be a pretty awesome way to level up our forces anyway, because it doesn't really pose too much of a threat for us to actually die. Oh, okay, so they do have the names that I've given them. As you can see right there, Goblin is actually killing a bunch of them, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the menus down here, they do not. So, yeah, but obviously, this is the thing. I've seen a number of comments that have been a little bit, you know, shall we say, complaining about, you know, about the game's current state and all that sort of thing. But you do have to bear in mind that it is in early access. And that's the point of early access, isn't it? You know, to iron out those bugs, to get community feedback, and to improve the game as a whole. And if you understand that, and you know, you understand that when you buy into an early access game, it doesn't have to be this one, it could be any, that is what you're going to get. You're going to get a, well, either an alpha or a beta or, you know, something along those lines stage game, and you get to actively participate in the development of that if you so desire. You know, you can... What is... What is that guy doing? You could... Okay, well that was... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I think I'm gonna need to be a little bit careful here, because that guy was wanting to murder me in cold blood. Yes. Wow, that was interesting. Who's in there? Who is actually in there? I have no idea. That is insane. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to shoot him. I am not gonna be able to shoot him, so... Or can I? Let's throw a grenade. Take this. That did not work. Okay, okay. I've got one more grenade. Let's see if I can do a better job. No, no. What? Did I literally die that quickly? Oh, wow. Okay, did he? Oh, okay, well, never mind. I'll just tell my people just to charge in without me, and they were able to easily crush the rest of them, which is perfectly fine. Wow. Okay, so that is a bug and a half, isn't it? Okay, well, I don't mind too much about that. What I do mind about, however, is that I'm unable to leave, because I think it seems as though I am still alive. I think the game kind of thought to itself, ah, this guy's been shot in the face. Let's keep him alive with 1 HP. I think that may have happened. Alright, so to cut a long story short, early access is early access, and basically what I had to do was, well, terminate the program. That's all I could do to get out of the battle, and unfortunately, obviously I did not save before the battle, so I had to go through 2 battles before I could get back to where I was, and I actually did pick up a different weapon this time around. I actually picked up this rifle from one of the battles, and now I'm going to use it, and we're going to see if it's any good, because I've never used this before. This is the, I think it is the KA something or other. I think it's the one that Goblin is using at the moment, so maybe it's going to be good, maybe it's not. It really depends. Let's just see how it goes. It is a single shot rifle by the looks of things. No one else has leveled up, by the way. I haven't even leveled up in the last 2 battles. I'm very close to leveling up, so hopefully we'll be able to do that. And what we're going to need to do is move these guys a little ahead here, because we need to get them over the proverbial hump. Oh yeah, kind of. Just over this slight slope here, so that we have the height advantage. Oh yes. And I'm hopeful that this rifle's going to be a... Ah, hello. Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah. Now, do bear in mind that I don't have a scope. I probably could have bought one, but I wasn't really that close to any town. So... What? Okay, I was able to kill something? That is pretty crazy. I did not think that I was actually going to kill anyone with this, but okay. There you go. We actually got a pretty long-range kill there, which is quite nice. Now let's see if I can do a little bit of... should I even bother to kill anything, or should I just allow my forces to kill stuff? Because at the moment, it kind of seems like it's good to just allow my forces to do their own thing, because that means they will level up faster. I've leveled up, of course, already, so maybe it's a better idea to just let them do their own thing, and then we can maybe try taking on some bigger bandit parties. Because just bear in mind that these guys are the lowest of the low. I am literally attacking a band of, what is it now? I think 3 squads of regular lowest tier bandits. And I'm talking about looters here. I'm talking about looters, actual looters. So yeah, there we go. There's a shot for you. That was pretty good. Not too bad. I didn't even see the guy. I was just like, oh, gonna shoot him randomly. I gotta say, does it seem to you that the weapons have changed their sounds a little bit? Or is it just that I've not used this weapon before? That's probably it. Because it seems like the sound is a lot more, I don't know, impactful. Seems to have a lot more impact when you fire a gun, and I think that's pretty cool. So let's see if there's anyone else around here. No, it seems like they have all been eliminated, so let's just move our forces up ahead here. And there is actually someone over in this direction, and maybe we want to do a little bit of something to him, if we can. I think he's dead. I think he died. So there is that. Oh well, there's still 8 remaining, and they should... Oh, there they are. Okay, so yeah, they're coming in from over this direction here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move these guys around here. There you go. That seems like a pretty good idea to me. And maybe we're going to swing around ourselves and see if we can do a little bit of a flank here. That would be kind of nice. Ah, hello there. I don't know how good or bad this weapon actually is in terms of its range. So, yeah, I didn't really take a look very closely at its stats. If I had taken a look at the muzzle velocity, then I could have probably found out. Oh, nice. Okay, not too bad. Oh, it's actually pretty good. Wow. Okay. Well, that's well, I should say not very surprising, I guess, because Goblin is actually using this weapon as far as I'm aware. So he is pretty good. He has gotten a number of kills beforehand. Yeah, hilariously enough, the save game that I obviously lost, that was when he actually got a double kill at the very start of the fight, so it would have been really, really cool to keep him around, but obviously that's not the case. Yeah, it's a KA-13. It has a pretty low muzzle velocity, only 1900. Not that much. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to be taking the rest of this. I did actually get a revolver, which I sold for about 16 or 1700, which is pretty fantastic. And then I also had a what was it now? I had another Glock, I think, that I sold for about 300, so it's not too bad. And did anyone level up here? Wait a minute, this is the prisoners. No, I don't think anyone leveled up, which is kind of a shame, but oh well, never mind. Let's pay the salary, there we go. And yeah, everyone is, yeah, so so Goblin is actually using the KA-13, which is pretty cool. And maybe we want to give him, no, do we want to give him something else? Probably not. Okay, so let's level up our dexterity once again, get another point in leadership, and shall we actually take a look and see how expensive the FCA recruits actually are? Because obviously we haven't really taken a look at that just yet. Whoa, okay, yeah, that's pretty expensive. 2,200? I can afford it. But do I want to? Because I could theoretically go into the weapon dealer, get a nice scope. This is the equipment place. Great. Yeah, get a nice scope, and maybe I should get the red dot sight or a PKA. I'm not entirely sure, actually. I should probably go for the PKA. I mean, that's 2,600. The red dot sight is a little bit easier to use as well. Maybe the Cobra sight would be kind of good. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, we're just going to go for the Cobra sight and we'll see how that goes. And yeah, otherwise, not entirely sure about that. Yeah, they have added, as I said, they have added 3 additional weapons. I haven't seen them just yet, so I guess I need to go a little bit further afield to find them. But yeah, I think that's okay. So let's take a look here. I need to buy a little bit more ammo for my rifle. And maybe we want to get a helmet, because me getting headshot is a bad thing, as we have seen. So let's see if I can actually do that. Wow, these are way too expensive. Wow, okay. Yeah, they're very expensive. Okay, so that is 11,000 for a helmet. That is pretty crazy. Okay, so I guess I'm going to get a balaclava, I suppose. That seems to be the only thing that I can kind of get. So I guess I'm going to go for a black one. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So this is going to be interesting. At least we get to see a little bit more of the customization, I suppose. There we go. We're wearing a balaclava. That's pretty nice. And we can then give ourselves the Cobra sight on there. And I guess we might as well just add one of the grenades to our loadout. Alright. So, yes, as you can maybe tell, for this particular character, I'm going to go for a little bit more of a straight-up fighter rather than a commander unit. And saying that, I'm not entirely sure whether that's a good idea, because in the grand scheme of things, who is going to actually win the battle for you? You know, in these large-scale sieges, for example, because it's certainly, I don't think it's going to be your character. Well, one's character, should I say, because who knows, maybe your character is much more powerful than mine, but who knows. Anyway, let's go and try and find these looters and see if they, yeah, there we go, let's do this. And, you know, frankly, the only reason why I actually lost that save game is because of my own, not ineptitude, but I kind of did walk into that guy's fire, and I decided, hey, I'm just going to stand outside here while he can shoot me and I can't shoot him. Yeah, that kind of didn't go very well, did it? Okay, so let's see what I can do about these volunteers right here. Okay, so they're going to be coming over here. Okay, so basically we're just going to go like this. And we'll put Ivan over there, and, well, we're going to put Goblin over there. It's just because I keep seeing Ivan on the squad readout there. I'm just like, oh, his name's Ivan. Oh. Okay, so let's take a look at the scope. Oh, it's actually not that bad. Alright, well, this is... It's kind of zoomed out, isn't it? It's kind of zoomed out. I'd like to see it a little bit closer, but yeah, I think they're working on that, actually. I think there's a bunch of people on the forums actually saying things about scopes being a little bit too far away from the actual eyes of the player, so it would be kind of cool to get it a little bit closer. But I suppose this is kind of realistic, because you're not going to have the sight right in your face, are you? So yeah, I guess that's okay. So let's have a look here and see whether we have already spotted the opponent And I'm going to try and use a couple of grenades here as well, because in my previous Season 1 of this game, I didn't really use grenades that much, and I think it would be kind of fun to see them in action. I'm going to move Ivan over here, and yes, a goblin, yeah, so we're going to do that, and we're just going to kind of spread them out a little bit, because if we can lure the opponent into this little, I'm going to say valley, is it kind of a valley? It's kind of like a little bit of a valley here. Then, you know, our higher elevation is going to take, well, it's going to take care of them pretty quickly. So let's see if we can actually do that. Alright, that seems good to me. But where are the opponent? That's the thing. There they are. Alright, let's do this. I think I'm probably going to try and get other scopes as well, just so that we can actually try them out. Because at the moment, not entirely sure if this scope is good for this particular rifle. Because this rifle seems like a pretty long-range rifle to me, even though the muzzle velocity isn't that good. Or, well, it seems decent enough. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to need a bit of a different scope for that. And I'm actually going to move these guys over there. Ah, there they are. Okay, so they're coming in from the right here. This is not good for me, because I am actually in the low ground now if they decide to... Oh, there we go, there they are. Yeah, so we have a bunch of them right ahead of us here. Well, that wasn't too bad. That was kind of a killing spree, if I do say so myself. Wow. Okay, not too bad then. All right, so yeah, now this calls for some aggressive action right here. Yeah, we're just gonna tell our people just to go straight on in here. We're still gonna tell them to proceed with caution, of course, but we're gonna tell them to go in nevertheless. And yeah, well, look at that. We can take refuge in this little shack here if we needed to, but we didn't really need to. So yeah, this weapon is actually kind of proving itself to be very, very useful in these battles, and I'm kind of surprised, to be honest, because you wouldn't think that a weapon you can pick up from the enemy would be that effective in comparison to the ones that you can gain from the marketplace. Whoa, nice experience from those armored marauders. That seems to be a little bit of a change there. There seems to be a change in the amount of experience you can gain from the various unit types that you're going to be killing. And in my opinion, that's pretty fantastic, because beforehand, you'd kill an armored marauder, or you'd kill a bandit or a looter, and you'd get around the same experience. But it seems like they have definitely tuned it a little bit better this time around, because being able to get 500 experience from one kill of an armored marauder, which is actually it's a pretty dangerous unit to go up against. And yeah, that's pretty nice. Alright, so, that's the revolver that I sold. So it's actually not 1,700. I don't know why I was thinking 1,700. Anyway, it's about 1,000 to sell that, so that's okay. And yeah, I still have not released these guys, so I'm probably going to try and do that just now. There we go. 1 karma. Don't know what the karma system does at the moment, but, well, it's kind of good to get 1 karma, I suppose. Anyway, let's level up our dexterity once again. I'm actually going to go for some steady shot here, because, you know, it's better to have it than not have it, I suppose. And let's take a look and see what their experience is like. Okay, so Beauty's actually doing pretty well, well, kind of, in the amount of experience that she's going to gain. However, Goblin is not. Yeah, that's kind of disappointing, isn't it? But me, I'm leveling up like no one's business. So I guess we're going to see what happens in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.